babo, shele babo, how como les shele babo, shele babo,
Namuna como les como les
shele babo,
Namuna como les
shele babo,
como les
shele babo,
Namuna como les
hey mama,
como les
hey mama,
Namuna como les
hey mama,
como les
hey mama,
Namuna como les
shele babo,
como les
shele babo,
Namuna como les
shele babo,
como les
easy call.
Here we are again, back at the guest house, Angelica Lodge. Angelica guest house. After, if you've been following the videos, you'll see it was quite a weekend, wasn't it? Not in the conventional sense that it used to be when I was younger, which involved a lot of misplaced energy and belief that we were having a great time, when for me in particular it wasn't that great, the drinking and the drugging. I just said it was, I think. So this is a different sort of enjoyment of life, and you know, if you've got a passion or you've got a hobby and interest, and you are surrounded by other people with that interest and passion, then it adds for a wonderful time. And you know, I'm still working my way through the Kedar Lodge footage that I took. If it's not your thing, then you're probably not going to be watching them all. If you like military history and African scenery and my enthusiasm, then you're probably getting a kick out of them. Now, just the last one I'm just rendering now to put up live is where we meet another historian. Now, they were having just the day of we got there, they were wrapping it up, they were having a historical society convention at Kedar Lodge to try and canvas ways of preserving their history. The African people have little to no interest in you know, white person's history. So there's a fear, there's a lot of vandalism and theft, and there's a fear that it's in danger. So the conference was concentrating on that, how to protect their heritage. And at the end of the video, you're going to see, the next one I put up live. Hello, good morning. You're going to see where I meet a fellow called Andres, I think his name was. And they're also helpful, and they're also happy to see someone interested. And he's given me a phone number for a fella that runs the Elands River siege site. Now, the Elands River is where the Australians held off I don't know how many Boers for how long. I've got the book and I'm only just working my way through the book. But he could give me a personal tour. So that's what we got to concentrate on. We've got to start thinking about the rest of the week. Now, it's Monday. I slept about 10 hours last night. I was so exhausted once again from not sleeping very well Saturday night. So today I'm going to hang out with Brian a little bit. I've got to pay some more deposit to Tony down in the Free State for our tour. And then the next thing I need to look at is hiring the car. And then tomorrow Alan was going to come and see me, the tour guide. Really like it, that extra day. Maybe we just talk to Alan on the phone. I'm not sure, but let's take it one step at a time. So today, I want to go and get that car from Thrifty. And then this week I will go back past Rustenburg this time, but the same sort of road we took yesterday, and on to Mafeking. And from the dog fell over. This little dog came and woke me and said, I want to see you. Come out, come out, come out. She's a real little bossy boots, aren't you? Hey, come on. When I'm in Mafeking, then I could go to Elands River, because it's sort of in that vicinity. So that's what we're planning for today. see how we go. We'll take it one step at a time. It's cooled down a little now. You wouldn't want to be swimming like we did on the weekend. But yeah, I think we're in for a couple of days of cool weather, so let's go in and get this day started. Yeah, hi everybody. I'll get a bit comfortable if I do this. Yeah, hi everybody. Whew. I'm home again. I got a car, so I've hired a car from Avis. It's a Renault. Never driven a Renault. Couldn't figure out the windows on the way back, so I had to drive with the windows up. Figured it out now. Of course, they go through a toll road, and had to get out of the car to pay the toll because I couldn't figure out the windows. So a long hot drive back on the Johannesburg freeways. No real problems, but early days. But I got the car back in one piece, and you know, it's a matter of getting some confidence up now. So this morning, yeah, what have we done? So we paid some more deposit to Tony down in the Orange Free State. He's happy with that. He's ready to go ahead and book the accommodation. We rang Pete Kotsi. Pete Kotsi was a name given to me at Kedar Lodge by a woman who'd been on one of his tours, but he's also the fellow, or the name that was given to me by Andre in one of the videos that is either up or coming up. So he's a specialist on the Elands River siege, and in fact he wrote a book, he tells me. So I rang him. He's not available this week, which is a bummer, because I want to go to Mafeking first thing Wednesday morning, and he's busy this week, so we're in for next Wednesday. He said it'll take an hour or two to walk around for him to show me the little museum at Elands River and to show me the stuff. And I also mentioned Costa River. If you see the episode of Kruger's farmhouse, we meet at the end a young girl called Emma Back, I think, and she helped the Australians in the blistering sun when they were pinned down by the Boers and they were wounded. She brought them water. So I'd like to see Costa River, and Pete, he knew it. He said, yeah, I can take you there. So that's good, but that's next Wednesday, not this one, the one after, which means driving back up to Rustenburg again. It's about 2.5 hour drive. Spend a night at a lodge up there maybe, and then come back on the Thursday and return the car. And then Alan rang, Alan Gordon. I told him we'd met Andre at the Kedar Lodge. He knew Andre very well. They worked together, he said. So he's still keen on coming to see me tomorrow to tell me about some places he's been researching. I checked on the itinerary. It actually mentions 6 battlefields we'll be visiting in the Magaliesberg. Remember that map? That big map at Kedar Lodge which showed all the battles of Magaliesberg. We're also visiting a cemetery. So I double checked with him. I said, all right, so we're not going to Elands River and we're not going to Costa River on your tour. He said, no, we can if you want. I said, no, I'd rather go with Pete. So that's what's happening. So Alan's coming in the morning at about 10 o'clock. I thought maybe go after he leaves, but then I'd be driving, I don't know, at midday, get there till late afternoon, then I've still got to book another room. And I'm booked tomorrow night here anyway. So I don't know if I'll do that. I probably won't. There's no use paying 2 nights of accommodation when I've already paid. So that's an update. Had a beautiful Indian lunch. Brian met up with me. We hung out with Brian for a while. He helped me at the bank again, although I'm getting the hang of it now. We had a nice Indian lunch, and he's off now running around. He slept as well, like I did. He slept 10 hours last night. He missed the rugby. They're all talking about the rugby here. how exciting the game was. So I needed to recharge the data for, I've got this little sort of router or modem that connects to the laptop, gives me the internet. I got 15 gig on it sort of last week, and it ran out already, so I've doubled that. I've just gone and bought 30 gig. It's incredibly complex to get extra data. It involved taking the SIM card out of the router, putting it in the phone, typing some numbers, and then taking that to the desk and then paying for it, and then taking the SIM out, putting my phone SIM back in my phone and that SIM back in the router. It won't be as complex next time. I know what to do. All right, so not much to tell you today apart from that. I'll do another one sort of at the end of the day if I think it's warranted, and that's Monday out of the way. We're into day 8 now. Just over a week I've been here. Yeah, just over a week. So, you know, so far so good. I've achieved my objectives. You know, yeah, I don't want to talk too much about that. I don't want to jinx myself, but everything has worked as I expected, or better. Keto Lodge was phenomenal. The blockhouse was breathtakingly brilliant. I've hired the car, which was my objective. Brian has been so helpful. I found a guest lodge, which is nice. That little dog was so welcoming when I got back. Poor little thing. I'm going to miss her like crazy, and she's going to miss me, I think, but she's a puppy. She'll forget. And got the SIM card for my phone. That was a big thing. Got my internet working, which was a big thing. I'm uploading the videos, which is a good thing. And yeah, everything's going really good. So talk to you later. Okay, it's not all that late, but you know, there's not really much to do at night in South Africa for me. I don't really want to drive at night. Even today when I was driving around with Brian, I noticed that we come up a hill to an intersection. There was a sign warning of a high carjacking risk at that particular intersection. I noticed there was a line of trees. Brian said there were some big hotels around on the other side of the intersection. So maybe people were carjacking, expecting you to have money because you're going to the big hotel. But at any rate, I've only driven a short distance today, as I said earlier, from the Oliver Tambo airport, Avis, to bring it back to the guest house. And when I told Brian the directions that it sent me and that I had to go through a toll road, he laughed and said, "Oh, you shouldn't. It's taking you the long way around." Well, I used my phone as a direction finder. So yeah, no going out at night, but that's okay. I'm normally pretty tired from the days we're having. I'm waking up quite early, and you know, as I've said so many times, my sleeping is quite disrupted. So yeah, as I said, I hung out with Brian a bit today, and then got home and got the car home, filled you all in a little bit on the middle part of the day. After that, I thought, well, I'll get back into the video editing, and you know, I like to, I don't really use the TV here either, because, well, it's not very good, to be honest. I think the guest house is a bit cheapskate on the TV, and I'm not really interested in it. It's just rubbish on TV here. And Netflix and that, I don't want to sit and watch a movie. The TV's too far away for a start. I like to sit in bed and watch a movie. The TV's a small screen, it's too far away, so I just concentrate on my laptop. So yeah, I just settled down thinking, okay, well, I'll catch up, I'll have a coffee, and do some video editing. And when I went to use my modem, did I tell you earlier I had to put more data on my router, Had to take the SIM card out of the router, put it in my phone, and then top up the data on it, and then put it back in the modem. It's really hard to get the SIM card in. So anyway, when I went to use it, I kept getting no internet on the modem or the router. The clue that I got though was that occasionally, as turning it off and on, it would say no SIM card detected. So I took the back off. It's really hard to fit this stupid fiddly little SIM card. I would have done it, I don't know, 3-4 times trying to reset it. I was Googling fixes. I was troubleshooting and reloading drivers for the router and all sorts of nonsense. But I started thinking, you know what, it has to be that SIM card. That's the only thing that's changed, and it was having it out earlier today. And wow, there was a lot of fist pumping and whoops when I managed to get it connecting again, and I was back online. Well, wouldn't you know it, wasn't long into catching up on the news and a few YouTube videos here and there when all the lights went off. Now this is the first time in just over a week that load shedding has affected me. Apart from that, one time the lights, sort of half of them went off in this room. A couple of them stayed on and the others all went off. But I wasn't plunged into darkness in any way. But yeah, for today, Brian said it'd probably last about 2 hours. It didn't. It lasted just over an hour. There was no power, but it wasn't completely dark. The sun hadn't gone all the way down, so I was able to read my book. And then, yeah, the lights came back on. I tend to eat in the room. I go to the supermarket. I buy tomatoes, I buy cheese, I buy bread, I buy some ham, pickled onions, I buy biltong and some soda water, and I just have sort of snacky food at night. That'll do me. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying the videos. You know, I suppose if you're not really into military and the Boer War, you know, the last couple of Kedar Lodge may not appeal as much, but you know, primarily I came to Africa with a couple of objectives to revisit Brakpan, to catch up with old friends, and my Boer War videos. And I've managed to achieve most of the, well, I've achieved all of my objectives. There's lots more to go. I've still got lots more to film in Brakpan. As I said, I'll be going to Mafeking Wednesday. I won't see Brian for a little while, but I'll be back on the weekend, hopefully. So, all right, I hope you're enjoying the videos. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll keep documenting my holiday in Africa, because I've got to say, I'm having a great time. Bye.